Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be making this beautiful corporate gown with this exact asymmetric peplum. Guys, thank you for all your likes. We'll be working with this crepe fabric, this beautiful crepe fabric. Without further ado, let's dive into our measurements. Starting point, I will go in with my starting point and then go in with all the measurements for the lower part of the gown, which is the skirt. Now the full length of this gown is going to be 45 inches. So I will just take out the waist from 18 inches plus 2 inch for allowance. Then I will cut it out like so. I will mark it like so. Then I'll come here and take my waist measurement for the skirt. Now we're going to be drafting the front pattern of the skirt, and because of the emergency I have for this product, I couldn't wait for light, so bear with me because the crepe fabric is actually rumpled, but it's okay because once we're done we'll iron it and it comes out beautiful. So I'm taking my hip measurement from waist to hip 9.5, and then I will impute the body measurement 43 divided by 4 plus just 1 inch for allowance, guys. Then I'll come down to the waist and minus 2 inches from the waist measurement. Pencil shape. Now she don't want it to be too pencil, so there is a way I will curve it so that it will not be too pencil. Now when I get to this place, I will use my straight ruler and curve it straight like so, and then from here I will dash out a little just to make that side open. She said she wanted pencil but not too pencil. If you know, you know. So I will go ahead, guys, and cut it out like so. But before then, I will go and impute the darts like so, and then I'll go ahead and cut it out. Now guys, when we're done cutting out this front, we'll be using this front to cut out the back pattern. Now the only difference between the front and the back pattern is just the zipper line. Yes, will be just the zipper line. So we'll use this front pattern to trace out the back. So I'll go ahead and spread my fabric and just place it up like so. Then as you can see, I've taken out my 1.5 inches zipper allowance like so. I'll go and rule it and make sure I put in a straight line for me to know where my zipper line is going to start. Then I'll come here and also take notes of the darts for the back pattern, and then I'll go ahead and trim it out exactly as you see me do. Guys, thank you so much for your love. Thank you for our returning subscribers. Thank you for our new subscribers. I'm so grateful. I'm not taking it for granted. God bless you guys. So here we're done trimming out the skirt, both the front and the back pattern. I will notch my darts like so, and then I'll go ahead and open the zipper line for the back pattern, and then put this aside for us to work on the front pattern. But before then, we'll be cutting out our sleeve, so I want to manage this fabric. Guys, I'm working with 3 yards of crepe fabric. I'm working with 3 yards of crepe fabric, and she's a little bit plus side, not too much though. So let's go ahead and be managing this fabric, guys. So I'll come here with our armhole measurements. I'll put it like so, and then I'll also come here and take notes of our half length for the arm, for the sleeve, and then I'll connect everything. Before then, I'll come down here by 4 inches and then connect from the top of the sleeve down to this place, and then I'll connect the ruler to the fabric all the way down to the hem of the sleeve, and then I'll go ahead and cut it out. Now once I'm done cutting out this first sleeve, I'll be using this one to cut out the second sleeve. Yeah guys, I'll go ahead and use this one to draft out the other sleeve. Then here we're going to be drafting the front pattern. Now this style or design has a very unique pattern that you cannot avoid using a pattern paper. So I will go in with my starting line and also my shoulder measurement. Shoulder divided by 2. I'll mark it like so, and then I'll come here to our chest line and mark it like so, bust line and mark it like so, and then half length and the allowance of the top side of the gown or the upper part of the dress. Anyone, guys, anyone. I'll go ahead and roll it out like so, and then connect from the shoulder line to the chest line like so. And here we'll be working with this pattern. We're working with neck width 3.5 inches, while the depth is going to be 5 inches. It's going to be a round neck, guys, so I will use my curve to connect it like so. And then I will now come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope, guys. And then we'll come here for the armhole. Just use my armhole curve to connect it from the shoulder to the chest line like so. And then here, guys, we'll go ahead and impute our darts. Now darts, I'll be taking in my darts nipple to nipple divided by 2 plus 5 inch, sorry, plus 1/4 inch allowance. I'll use my straight ruler and roll it down like so. Now I'm taking my darts exact on the bust point, but here I will come down by 1/2 inch because we are working with a normal dart, a basic dart for this particular tutorial. I will just come down by 1 inch and then connect it down to the waist of the upper side of this dress. Then here we've taken out our darts. We'll now come here and impute our body measurements. You take your round body measurements, your round body measurements divided by 4 plus 1 or 1.5 inch for allowance as you so please. But your height here, I'm working with 1 inch for the allowance because this crepe fabric is a little bit stretchy, and waist divided by 4 plus 1 inch for allowance. I will go ahead and connect it like so. I'll trace it out like so, and then we'll go in with our scissors, guys. We're going to be trimming out this pattern. We'll use this pattern to cut out the back pattern first. We'll be using this front pattern to cut out the back pattern first. Then, as you can see from the armhole, I curved out the back armhole, so I will go ahead and trace out the back armhole like so before tracing out the front armhole. So I will go ahead and cut out the neckline and then the shoulder slants like so, and then I will use it and place on the fabric to trace out the back pattern first before going out to make my alteration for the front pattern. So guys, I'll go ahead and take in my zipper allowance, for the back pattern. And then as for the back pattern, the neck is going to be 2 inches for the depth, and then the width is going to be the same. I will just use my curve rule to connect it like so. And then I will go ahead and start cutting, guys. Now, as you can see, I'm cutting the back armhole and not the front armhole because we have 2 armholes there already. Then later I will trim out this one to cut out the front armhole. I'll go ahead and open my zipper line, guys, and then I'll put this aside for us to open the pattern paper for the front pattern. So I will spread my pattern like so, and then we'll be using it to trace out. But before then, we're going to be making some alteration, and then let me go ahead to take my darts. Now let me notch my dart so I don't forget. Yes, guys, you can actually forget. So I'll make a mark on where that is supposed to stop. Yes, 1 inch below the bust, 1 inch below the bust point. Yes, I will come to the right side of the sleeve. I will shear this side of that armhole, shoulder into 2. I will divide it into 2 and connect my ruler down to the darts. Yes, you connect it down to the darts, and then you trace it out. So this front pattern is going to be divided into 2. Now you're going to have 2 panels for this front pattern, the right and the left. Now guys, because we've actually done this tutorial before, but because someone requested for the exact peplum that is on the thumbnail, that's why we're doing this, guys. I know. So we'll be using this one to trace on the fabric. This is going to be our left pattern, while this is going to be our right pattern, guys. So we'll use them to trace on the fabric. But before then, we're going to be cutting out this peplum, the exact peplum you saw on the thumbnail. Now, someone requested that she wants to see how this exact peplum is being cut. So we're going to take your waist measurement, the front of you divide your waist into 2. Now you're working for only the front side of your waist. So that front side of your waist, you will now divide it, fold your paper into 2, and then open your paper up. You open your paper up, and here I will be coming in by 6 inches by the left, and then I will make a slant like so. I will come this way and then connect the slant to the other one, and then we'll come up by 4 inches. You can come up by more if you want, but I'm working with 4 because we'll still go ahead to trim the top later. Okay guys, here I'm done connecting it like so, and then I'll go ahead and trim this paper out because we'll be using this paper to draft on the fabric, and then we'll be using an add ST on the fabric. Now this pattern, I'll be using it to cut out two exact pattern because I'll be using the same fabric for the lining to make it look very neat and beautiful. Now look at how it came out. We'll be cutting exactly the same like this on the pattern with this paper. We'll use it to draft on this fabric. We're going to be drafting two pieces for each because we're using the same fabric for the lining. Now guys, you can use any other fabric for your lining if that is what you want, but because I want a neat finishing, I'll be using it as the lining too. So I'll go ahead and trace it out. So guys, I've gone ahead and cut it out like so. I went in with 1 inch for the allowance because of stitching and then also joining. Now this is the hard stay. I'll be using it to trace it out exactly as it is on the paper and on the fabric. Then I will go ahead and iron it. But before then, I've also gone ahead and trim out this long fabric is on fold 3 inches. The length is almost 1 yard. So yeah, this is what we'll be using for the design on the chest. I'll go ahead and stitch on it, and then we'll pleat it like so for the design on the chest. So guys, here I will be tracing out the front pattern. I'll be using the pattern paper to trace it out like so. Now for tracing out this one, you have to spread your fabric open because you're cutting just one side. You're cutting both right and left. So I will spread my fabric like this and then place my paper on it. And then I will trace out exactly how it is on the pattern paper. Now this crepe is actually very beautiful, guys, but the camera, I don't know what is happening, is not doing justice to this crepe fabric. But it's okay. We're here now, so we can as well deal with it, sorry. So I'll go ahead and trace it out exactly as it is. So guys, we're done tracing it out. I'll just go ahead and take my notch for the darts of that side pattern, because that dart is going to be a normal dart, while this one will be the fancy darts. So I'll go ahead and trace it out like so. Guys, I'm giving 1/4 inch for seam allowance on that particular side that the dart is going to stay. Now on this side, I'm just going to trace it out like so. I will later go ahead and trace out the armhole. Trace away the first armhole. But before then, let me show you how it is with the other pattern. So I've gotten the other pattern. If you spread it like this, you will see how it's going to be aligning. Now I'm so sorry guys, I didn't know that the camera was not capturing from the shoulder. So I will go ahead and stitch on this and then pleat it and then join it together. Before then, I will also cut a facing for the neck, both back and front. So guys, here I've gone ahead to add the add interface, and then I'm going to iron it and then trim it out. I will iron it and trim it out and make sure the pointy side is coming out directly. I'll put this aside, and then I've also gone ahead to stitch on this. I'll go ahead and iron it and split it. Pleat on it. Then here guys, I've also gone ahead to put the facing already for the back patterns. I will go ahead and iron it, and then I've also done that for the front pattern. I'll go ahead and on it. I will top stitch again and then go ahead with the ironing. So guys, here we've also taken our dart for the skirts, and then here we've gone ahead to add our peplum and ironed it. Now look how our peplum is sitting beautifully. We'll go ahead and pin this top side down to make sure everything is aligning before taking it to the sewing machine to stitch on it. We'll be stitched right on this top. Yes, on this top side we'll stitch it down like so, and then we're going to join our hook to it. But before then, here we've also gone ahead to put a facing for this front pattern. Of the putting the facing for this front pattern, and we're using the other side of it to join together. But before then, here our pleats, we've pleated this design at the right hand of it. We'll just sandwich it with the other side of the top, the left and the right. We'll sandwich it in between the left and the right and stitch it like so, and then we'll bring it for you to see how beautiful it's going to sit. So here we've also worked on the back pattern. We've joined both the skirts and the upper side of the dress together with their darts. We did the same to the other pattern, and here we're just going to align them and take out our zipper allowance, stitch on it first before later going to put on the zip put in the zip sorry put in the zip. So here I'm trying to align it to take my accurate measurements to know what exactly is to take out. Here I've gone ahead to join both the up and the down. I will be joining the front to the back pattern. So I will bring the back pattern and place right on this front, and then I will stitch from the side, taking note of this waistline so that it's always accurate. I will stitch it down like so. I will come here. This is where our zipper is going to sit. I went ahead to take a stitch for it so I can get my accurate measurements, guys. My zipper will be stopping at this mark here. Then I will come here and join the shoulder like so. Hold the two sides together. Use one of the facing to turn it neatly like so, guys. It always comes out very neat when you do this. And then I will do the same to the other side. And then we'll be adding our sleeve to this dress. We'll join our sleeve to this dress like so. We'll join it like so, and then we'll go ahead and stitch on it. We'll stitch this other side, and here we'll be hemming the sleeve with 1 inch. Guys, we're done, and look at how beautiful our corporate gown is. Thank you guys for coming this far. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and God bless you.